Good evening, Toastmasters and most welcome guests. I want to thank you for joining me tonight while I share with you a tradition that we've had in my family for a little while, and we call it something to look forward to. I'm going to share with you how we came up with this concept, how we made it work, and a lovely experience that we had using this concept. So my sister and I really enjoy planning vacations and traveling, and we kind of came into a problem trying to get the whole family together to decide on where to go and what to do in the planning. So we came up with an idea of planning our next vacation while we're on the current vacation. So we have the family all together and we can go ahead and get the vacation started. And as soon as we come up with somewhere to go, it starts us on our journey of having something to look forward to. The way we make this work is we come up with a destination, we then come up with a date, and we get the whole family involved in the planning. Planning a vacation this way gives us a lot of opportunity because we've given ourselves so much time in between vacations. So when we were at Ocean Shores in 2015, we came up with our next vacation to go to the Baja Peninsula in Mexico and visit some gray whales. Once we came up with this idea, the whole family was very excited and we were looking forward to this for a long time. We had plenty of time to come up with dates that everybody agreed with and to provide our transportation, our tours, our food, and just other things that we're going to do. I'll walk you through our experience that we had down the Baja Peninsula heading to Guerrero Negro. I met my sister and my niece in San Diego. It was my sister's birthday. We had a little bit of a birthday celebration, got a good night's sleep, and woke up the next morning and headed from San Diego to the Tijuana airport by Greyhound bus. We did it this way because during our planning, we found that we would save $450 by renting the car in Tijuana instead of San Diego. So we got to the airport, we hopped in our rental car, and we started driving south. We gave ourselves plenty of time to get to our first destination. We didn't want to be driving in the dark in case we got lost or that we had trouble at the airport. Having the opportunity to plan our vacation so far ahead of time made this so easy to plan. So as soon as we left the airport, we spent about 2 hours driving south. We arrived at a fishing village, had some fish, checked out the local situation, took in a sunset on the beach. It was great. We had a good night's rest, woke up in the morning, had some breakfast, and headed on south to our middle destination, which was Guerrero Negro, the whale sanctuary. I should share a little bit about the gray whales. They spend half a year up north of Alaska, eating, getting fat, and preparing for their journey down south, heading to Mexico. They go to one of many whale sanctuaries in the mid-Baja area, and they give birth there, they raise their babies, and eat more food to get fat for their journey back. And there's also some mating going on. So it's a hot spot for the whales every year. We were definitely looking forward to this part of our vacation. After a few more stops and a lot of driving south, we finally ended up in Guerrero Negro. We found our hotel. We got some shopping in, some walking on the beach, had a great dinner, got a great night's rest, and woke up the next morning to head on our adventure to see these amazing gray whales. We hopped on a tour bus with some other tourists, headed down towards the whale sanctuary area. As soon as we arrived, in front of us were three 12-passenger aluminum boats. Nothing fancy about these boats at all. No covers. You had to tie the seat cushion on or hang on to it or it would blow away. We got in these boats and we headed out into the lagoon. It took about 15 minutes to get where we were going. Once we arrived, all we could see around us were whales in every direction. There were whales over to the left, breaching. There were whales over to the right, blowing out of their blowhole. There were just whales all over the place. The tour guide that drove us there in the boat, he started banging on the side of the boat with his tin can, making a terrible racket, which attracted these whales, and they came even closer. I think this was an indication that it was safe to come and meet the tourists. So these whales came, they were nudging the boat, they were swimming all around us, they were blowing water out of their blowholes all over us. It was pretty amazing. The tour guide all of a sudden got in between us. He reached over and he just gave this whale a big hug and gave us a thumbs up, winked his eye at us, and we all proceeded to pet the whales and hug the whales, and it was pretty neat. The mothers were pushing their babies up to get pet by us, and they were rolling over, looking at us with their basketball-sized eyes. It was that we had with the whales. But all good things must come to an end. So our whale watching tour was getting close to being over. We started to head back to the tour bus and go back to the hotel. All the way back, we shared our enthusiasm and the excitement for what we had just done. Once we reached the hotel room, we knew that our trip wasn't over and we still had more things to look forward to. Continuing the drive down south to other parts of Mexico, we visited a desert and some farmers markets. But then again, all good things must come to an end. We had to head north, which we were actually looking pretty forward to. We had a long time driving, spent a lot of time with each other in the car. So I'm glad I was able to share this family tradition with you of something to look forward and how we came up with it, how we made it work, and our experience with the whales in Guerrero Negro. I challenge you guys here tonight to go home and find something to look forward to. And if you don't have something to look forward to, create something to look forward to. I think you'll really enjoy that time. Thank you.
Thank you, Vikki, for a fantastic speech. It was wonderful to hear that again.